It's welcome news, isn't it, to see the currency finally on the front foot?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I see the Nigerian currency is gaining against the dollar. It must be welcome news in Nigeria today.
Yeah, it is. It's a favorable news. It's something that we markets always look forward to when you see such things happening. So when we see the Naira gaining grounds in the interbank market, sure, traders are happy. Everyone is quite smiling on it.
Yeah.
Basically.
One reason I've since suggested for the strength of the currency is the fact that oil companies have been selling dollars aggressively into the market. Now, this comes, of course, at a time when we're seeing higher oil prices. Is that sustainable, though?
Right now, we would say perhaps it's sustainable in the short term, but in the long term, I don't really think so. You tend to look at other factors that the demand basically might just be dwindling a bit. Basically, you have at this time, this period of the year, you have businesses slowing down, businesses closing their books for the year. Generally, just a lackluster on the foreign exchange side, so that might be a contributory factor also on the demand side. But outside of that, the liquidity, yes, definitely has turned out to be gains for the Naira. That basically would live for a while, and also on the back of the fact that CBN actually is coming out with a posture that at any point in time they're able to meet the demand of the market. Given these two scenarios, we tend to see more stability and a bit on the upside, some more appreciation on the Naira and the interbank market.
Globally, though, we have seen the dollar has been under pressure because of the difficulties that the world economy is facing, and also the prospects that we're beginning to see some kind of recovery, and that's been increasing investor sentiment for emerging market currencies and currencies such as the Naira, which are deemed to be riskier than, say, US-based assets. Outside of that, is there any specific reason why we should be finding the Naira strengthening against the US dollar?
Basically, really on the investment sentiment side, we might tend to see, yes, we expect that such flows would be coming. I mean, a couple of months ago, when I actually said that yes, we expect that such will come in on the back of also the increased revenues from the oil prices, increased production capacity piece of the Niger Delta. These are all contributory factors to say yes, the Naira should actually gain some strength against the dollar, and also the on the back of the banking reforms that have been coming in the recent months, and the part that investors are getting to see what the good value of the Nigerian exchange will be, which banks, of course, make up a major share of market capitalization on the exchange. We tend to see, yes, some positive news that should come in on the investment side, and should see flows coming into the country. While we can't really say we have statistics to support that right now, outside of the general business preview and the general expectation on the economy, but our strength, the strength of such flows, such appreciation happening in the market would lie basically with the fact that there's relative peace in the Niger Delta, relative strength in the oil and the oil prices in the international market, and also a slowdown in demand at the CBN auction. These factors basically would be contributing factors mostly right now that we can actually pinpoint with to the major reasons why we see the Naira appreciating.
For sure. But at the same time, a skeptic like me will look at it and say the central bank, we saw the governor saying he wanted to see the Naira around the 150 level. And since he said that, the currency stayed stuck around that level.
Yes, the central bank has said the Naira is good to be at these levels. When he said that, he said around the market levels, and as when he said this, gave that information, market was trading at 150 levels, but not undermining the fact that he actually gave the band of exchange rate management, which is a plus or minus 3%. So if you put plus or minus 3% on at the time he made that statement and where the current prices are at now, it's not so much of a divergence from what he said. We'll begin to see maybe some form of interference from the central bank if we see the Naira breaking such band, but we can't also ignore the fact that the CBN governor has already said that he fancies the Naira that is market driven. So if we look
For
at the
sure.
fact that Naira becomes market driven, then we'll say at these levels it's pretty okay.